we are here today to remember Salvador Dalí. We have gathered all of us here as artists because we know that Salvador Dalí is a very important person in the art world, in the art history. We are surrounded by art everywhere we go, and even our home decor. Nature is one of the most things that has art in it. God created nature, God created beauty, so like we need to appreciate it all we have. And then our imagination is one of the biggest things that we have, that Salvador Dalí as artists has showed us that we need to explore. And the first time I saw one of Salvador Dali's art was in school, and I remember being like, whoa, this guy looks kind of funny, because his mustache, his clothing wear, when the teacher introduced me to him, I was like, okay, it's interesting. And it really went to show that his imagination reflected, his whole lifestyle reflected who he was through his art. Because many people will know that Salvador Dalí was known through his art because it was something different. It was something that you have never thought of, like combining things together, or like it was completely different. And one of the things that he taught us, all of us as artists, is a surrealistic art. And surrealistic art is something that you put two things together, or you combine things together that you usually don't combine together. And that's what he really did. And I think that's very inspiring, because as an artist, you are not afraid to look into your imagination. And I think that's one of the things that Salvador Dalí taught us, that don't be afraid to look into your imagination. And you can clearly see that through all his artwork that he has given us. One of the things that I think really stood out to me when learning about Salvador Dalí, and I think it is also one of the things that like we should remember of him, is a painting of the swan reflecting the elephants, because I would have never put the swan and the elephants together. Because when I think of swans, I think like their elegance is so pretty, so graceful, because they swim through water, and then they just live a peaceful life. And then when I think of elephants, I think of like unity, nothing compared to like when I think of swans. Elephants are more like unity, they're in the wildlife, they are a compact family together. And I think that's very interesting how he put those two ideas together. And then like I think as we see his artwork, I think it's very interesting because the swans are reflecting the elephants as unity. And I don't know, every time I see one of Salvador Dalí's paintings, I think about how like he really gives us an in-depth meaning, and like the more we look at the picture, the more we get to understand his true meaning. And I think remembering Salvador Dalí is very important for every classroom, every artist to know, because he has really shaped the art world in something that has become unique. And I think it's very interesting how like even he was long time ago, and then we're in 2020 now, and then his artwork is still worth $22.4 million. They go from $4 million to $22.4 million. And I think it clearly goes to show that Salvador Dalí is someone that we need to remember and continue talking about, because he is someone that truly has shaped this world in our creativity. And creativity is so important to have and to like continue having, because that's what makes us unique as a human being. And then as you go through, many artists see his work different. His work is extremely different, and it allows them to explore their imagination. I think having to explore your imagination is very important. Yes, I think from talking about him from my sophomore year of high school and learning about him and still remembering him through the years to my sophomore year of college, I think you could clearly say that Salvador Dalí has had an impact on me, because he has shown me so much. He has shown me how I should be able to let my imagination go through my art. And I think we should continue talking about him, and he should never be forgotten.